guess many good things for us to talk about this morning.
Yeah.
But more so, a lot more of the headlines, I'm sure, also captured on the online portal.
We'll come to that in a bit, Roland. Can I say a happy birthday? I've got a special message. Happy birthday to Mrs. Eunice Ahensa Wobble of the Foreign Affairs Ministry. It's your birthday today from your husband, Mr. Isaac Ahensa Wobble of Controller and Accountant General, Sister Rosemary of FDA, and your son, Jaden Abeko Ahensa Wobble. They say they love you so much. So happy birthday to you, Mrs. Eunice Ahensa Wobble of the Foreign Affairs Ministry. Enjoy your birthday. And we splashed some pretty lady on our screens early. We're asking if you know who they are because we're hosting them. Somebody said AB Brights. And if you know who the others are, let us know. Here's another message. It says, Africa has a rich culture. We need not to ignore it. Happy holiday. Happy holiday to everybody. If you've just tuned in, this is the holiday edition of the AM show.
Okay, so we have to do the newspapers. Mama, we have the Daily Graphic, and even on the holidays, scandals don't stop.
No, we love scandals, don't we? Especially when it's like 4 million, 3 million that like some 4 or 5 people have shared.
And these days they've been lurking around. We've been broadcast a lot by the broadcasting houses and the various news houses.
That's true.
On the front page of the Daily Graphic, though, it's about the BNI quizzing 4 of alleged missing apparently $4 million over the purchase of listening device.
Yeah.
But
they said they made a deposit of $1 million. They did a $1 million deposits because they were supposed to, you know, have bought some listening device from an Israeli company. And there's a former board member of the NCA, the National Communications Authority, and also the board chairman then, and the CEO and the agents, and I think there's another member. So there's a breakdown, Roland. If you look at the paper, there's a breakdown of how the money was shared. You want to go through it? Yeah, right here. Read this.
Okay, so apparently the Minister of Information is that's Mustafa Abdul Hamid is telling the Daily Graphic that after paying $1 million to the supplier of the device, the officials mentioned shared part of the money in accordance like this.
Sir?
Nana Owusu and Sao receiving some 500,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, and
that's a former member of the board. Then
he brought a deal.
Even then, he was a former member of the board.
Still, and getting great recognition.
Yes, man.
Right.
Okay.
And then Mr. Bafuboni getting $200,000. We're talking dollars, so.
That's chairman.
Mr. Opong getting $100,000.
That's agents.
I see. And Mr. Tevi, the chief executive. That man is so unassuming. $150,000.
But this is what the paper is reporting, though.
Yeah, okay. PayPal. So. And apparently, Alhaji Usman taking $70,000 with the rest left in Mr. Opong's account. Mr. Opong is the agent, you say? Something like that. Mr. Opong.
Did you see it?
Mr. Opong, I like you. I'll call you this morning. We'll see how that goes. And then we have other stories also on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Today marks AU Day. You have a picture there of Musa Faki, the president of the AU Commission, and traditional priestess grabbed for operating a brothel. And
that's another interesting story. You might want to read a bit of that.
And then we also have Mrs. Shirley Ayoko Butri on the front page launching Ghana 60 years in London. I was wondering why we didn't do simultaneous launches of the event. We had to wait. The story about the traditional priestess grabbed for operating a brothel is on page 13 of the paper.
Is it?
Okay, that's page 13.
Yeah. No. You still find it here. This is just a pull out the business bits. You still have 13 in the paper.
All right.
Yes. I promise you, there's 13 in the paper.
Yes, 13 is here.
See?
Apparently, it talks about...
Sure is.
This is very interesting. It talks about a traditional priestess grabbed for operating a brothel and arrested at Barikesi for allegedly operating it. It's a Okomfo Amasewa. It's all sorts of spiritual problems. All sorts.
Yeah.
Okay. A quantity of used and unused condoms were retrieved from the suspect's 17-bedroom house by the police at the time of their arrest. The police have also accused the suspect, Nanama Swabina Komfo, for illegally practicing as a traditional medicine practitioner without a license. Charlie, Africa. On the back page, though, Toku sends Starlets into CAF under 17 final. Yesterday, I watched bits of the match. They
Which
were
one is
just
that?
wasting. That's the under 17 match against the Nigerians. They were just wasting the chances. Lots of chances they were wasting yesterday.
The Starlets?
Yes, but
But we won, right?
yeah, we did. And apparently, Mano Toku wins Man of the Match award. Local Black Stars host Benin today.
So we're into the final.
Yes.
We play against Mali.
Ah.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
That'll
We'll
be
see how
fun.
that goes with us. With Mali.
Listen, if we win, or which I know they will,
worry.
but even if they don't, they've still done fantastic. They are our new Black Stars.
We'll see. We also need to keep them up and make sure that their development is preserved,
Yeah.
as well as an important decision of the GFA.
And you guys
Because
stop
the way-
saying they look older than their age. Stop saying that.
You mean I should stop saying it?
Yeah.
I've never said it before.
You have. That's a
But
story in the
seriously,
graphic.
they look older.
They're Ghanaians. They're Africans.
This is the first time I'm saying
they're
that, but they look
Africans.
old.
They're Ghanaians. They're not. They're under 17. There's another story in the graphic, Roland. It says NS Chemist picked 2 awards. NS Chemist Limited, one of Ghana's pharmaceutical giants, has picked 2 prestigious excellence awards: the 2017 People's Choice Practitioners, as well as the local pharmaceutical institution of the year. The awards were presented to the company by the Hele Africa Honors, which also honored other distinguished Ghanaians with 24-karat gold medals. So from our group to NS Chemist, we say congratulations to you, Mr. NS Bediako Sapong.
Congratulations
Yeah,
to you. We know what we are
absolutely
saying.
Deserve it. You deserve it. Okay, we're done with the graphic, I guess.
Yeah, so we have to do the Ghanaian Times.
Oh, the Times also
Yeah,
came out today.
but before we do the Ghanaian Times, we have to do the Daily Guide.
Sure.
The $4 million issue is still here. $4 million. $4 million creates loot and share. NCA boss retains $40,000 apparently. We also have $6 million for military cemetery. Blows over missing choppers, and Morocco pepper manager hot over word prostitute.
Well, I'm interested in this angle of the NCA. Who returned the 40?
Mr. TV.
Is that what they said?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. According to Mustafa Hamid, Mr. Bafuboni, a former board chairman appointed under the Mahama-led administration, has paid $40,000 out of his share of $200,000 from a total amount of $4 million meant for buying phone tapping gadgets. The rest they haven't. All right.
I beg, can somebody give me 1 million? I promise to return it in bits, you know.
I want to return it by next year. I think
Yeah.
January will be fine. What's the rate now? 17? 17?
I don't know.
17%?
I don't know. I just want $1 million.
Okay. Daniel Craig and Pierce Brosnan, they pay tribute to Sarah Jamal.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a very good in those movies we used to watch on James Bond, as well as I watched one of his old movies, Shirley Temple. Was it Shirley Temple or something?
Not seen that.
Something Temple. It was very good. Very good.
Let's do the Ghanaian Times front page of the Times now. Police caution public against online car syndicates. Former top public officials named in $4 million deal. AMA clams down on Bola taxi, bans illegal dump sites, and man 35 jailed 15 years for defilement. Back page of the Ghanaian Times, Black Starlets overcome Niger to reach 4th final against Mali. Okay, let's go back to the front page and let's touch on bits and pieces of some of the stories making headlines this day. First, about this 35-year-old who's been jailed 15 years as a 35-year-old welder at the Pantime village, Medina, in the Greater Accra region, was yesterday jailed 15 years in hard labor by an Accra Circuit Court for defiling a 13-year-old girl. The convict, Paul Ademan, committed the offense in October 2013, resulting in the paralysis of the victim, Mavis Ajwa and Sakoma, a few weeks after the incident when she kept the ordeal and went through to herself. Okay, the rest of the story in this paper. There's also AMA clamping down. That story is on page 13. We'll go to that in a bit. Keitra remanded for sodomizing nephew. That's also another story here. But let's quickly fast forward to page 13. Here we are. And it says the Accra Metropolitan Assembly is to close down 6 illegal dam sites in the metropolis next week. The sites to be affected are Kolebu, Malam, Adedenpo, Glefe, Oponglo, and Dansuman. Engineer Anthony Mensah, the director in charge of the Waste Management Department of AMA, disclosed this to journalists in Accra yesterday, stating that the waste collectors and settlers at such areas have been given 1 and 2 weeks ultimatum, respectively, to halt the operation or face the full rigors of the law. But I wonder if this is going to affect collection of refuse. Roland, you would know the dam sites that we're using. Which other places? I know about the Ajin Kotoku, so that one is absolutely legal, right? Because if they are closing these other ones, then where would they put the refuse?
Ajin Kotoku is a dam site. It's
I'm not sure.
No,
it's not.
It's the one operated. We have a 600-ton recycling facility operated by ACAP.
Okay.
And they take in the waste currently, because of the way waste is generated and the way we tend to manage it before it's sent there. They're operating at just half of the capacity. That's
because we send everything there, and they have
we're supposed to separate, so it takes a lot of time to do the separation. You know, a Ghanaian leaves Ghana today, goes to the UK, and goes to separate waste on Saturday or Friday, but comes back to Ghana on Monday and just lumps everything together.
Because they will tell you that in Ghana we have just one bin.
No.
It doesn't say put solid here, put liquid here, put rubber here.
Even the way we manage liquid is a huge problem. For
but I agree.
So it takes a lot of resources to be able to manage or recycle the waste. And it's something we have to think about, because around the world, waste is big business. It employs people around the value chain.
It's true. But I wonder if this closure is not going to affect us in any way, knowing our problems in the Greater Accra region.
We can call Robert Coleman, who is a communication manager for Zoom Live.
Sure, definitely. There's this other story that says the police administration has advised the public to be cautious in their dealings with vehicle vendors, especially online, as a new syndicate involved in vehicle sale fraud has emerged. So the syndicate operates in Accra, Tema, Kumasi, Obuasi, Takwa, and Sekondi, Takrady, according to a statement signed by Deputy Director of Public Affairs, Deputy Superintendent of Police, Sheila Kese Abeye Bachman. So it said they post advertisement on vehicles and online marketing sites, usually on tonaton.com and Kamudi and Checky.com, luring unsuspecting persons to contact them. When a potential buyer calls the advertised number to express interest, the supposed seller arranges to meet the buyer at a place where the vehicle is parked, usually at a workshop, fuel station, or by the roadside. The potential buyer is given the opportunity to examine and test drive the vehicle, and when negotiations are concluded, the seller opts to introduce the buyer to another member of the syndicate, sometimes tagged as the owner of the vehicle. The statement said the self-styled owner usually meets the buyer and seller at a busy public place. At this meeting, the said owner shows and hands over documents covering the vehicle together with the ignition key to the buyer in exchange of the purchase money. Thereafter, under the pretext of accompanying the buyer to hand over the vehicle to him or her, members of the syndicate manage to escape with both the money and the vehicle, leaving the buyer stranded with fake car documents and ignition key. This is very important. That's why I read almost the whole statement that's been published in the Ghanaian Times newspaper. So beware of people who are selling vehicles online in any form.
Yeah. It reminded me, you know, I had an accident, so I was looking for a vehicle to buy. Then I got one that had outrageously more than a good rate on one of those
to be good
two main platforms. And this one, I think the first vehicle, it was the same vehicle, but the first posting of the advert said they were selling it somewhere in the Upper East region.
Okay.
I called the person. They said, okay, you're going to get me. Where am I? I said, I'm in Accra. They said they can get the vehicle to me. and I should meet somebody in Accra. I said, well, I went back to look at the post. It was too good to be true.
Yeah.
The pricing, and you look at the type of vehicle. Then I saw the same vehicle on another online platform.
Huh.
But this time being sold somewhere in the Bonafu region.
With
or
another
the
number?
Ashanti region. No, the same, the way it looks. The way it looks, everything. So I called the first number. I said, look, I want the thing tomorrow. I can send somebody who is around the Upper East region to come check. The next time I called, he said the vehicle has been sold. I called back, the thing is off.
Wow.
I'm telling you. Then I knew. So somebody advised me, you have to make sure you don't buy vehicles online.
Let me take you to a car company, man.
Yeah.
All right, time for us to do online, but we definitely have to read some of your messages. Mubarak in Koko says, great show as usual.
Thank
God
you.
bless both of you for such a magnificent show. We thank you. I think you make our show greater by watching and contributing every day. This one says, I know the boys will bring the cap to Ghana. They should be focused and work hard. That's Abudu Joseph Inchifo Hemine talking about the under 17, our black starlets who are our new black stars. According to me, the son says, we've now entered the top 5. Man United. Salam from Bimbala sending me a personal message. Yes, yes. Whether they like it or yes, we're playing in the Champions League. Who cares how we got there, huh? Where's Arsenal, by the way?
Stop taunting.
This one says, happy AU Day. Oh, where's your milk cake? Happy AU Day to Ghana. Wishing every Ghanaian a day of memories, reflection, and sharing of our experiences to making Ghana a better place as our forefathers envisaged by Patrick Anamo from Gorie in Bongo districts. And you're bigging us up. We thank you so much for watching our show. Let's turn our attention now. Let's do online.
So we have to do the online portals, and let's look at myjoyonline.com. First story says only apparently 12 mining engineers are available in Ghana, according to the Deputy Minister. And so Ghana apparently is needing over 100, and all this we're talking about. We're talking about mining engineers and inspectors. We'll see how that goes, whether they get those professionals. I think that we have a School of Mines here, and they should be training a lot more people. Starlets player ends outstanding ovation with rude, Pello-like penalty kick. Okay, was it a chip over? I say. Such a gut of a confidence. Now let's go to the next one. Is a goodbye, maths and English. Hello, teamwork and communication. It's no longer enough to fill your CV with impressive grades. Well, true. Employers are looking beyond qualifications to figure out what other skills their candidates have. True.
I tell you what,
but wait, you need to qualify for. You need to do the maths and English very well before you can also build good teamwork and communication.
Thank you. Exactly what I was going to say. Listen, we see these write-ups, we see these talks, but what would get them to even pay attention to you in the first place? I tell you what, is your grades.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But I believe
education,
that mathematics and especially mathematics and English is the basis
crucial
for everything that we're doing now. Back in the day, they used to say you're going to read humanities and everything. But even these days, the humanities beyond that. If you want to aspire to greater things, whether in your private life, in your own business, or wherever you're working, you need to know some maths.
Yeah.
A lot more maths than usual.
Massa. Let them not lie to you. Before they look at your paper, your documents, you must pass.
All right. So we have profligate black starlets squeeze way into final. I told you they were wasting chances a lot more of the time.
Massa, who cares? Even the black stars, they waste a lot more chances. And they waste our time too.
Okay.
So if they waste chances and get into finals, are you cold to them?
You see, huh? Patience Achiano, the woman whose words lead Barclays Bank. She's a boss.
I like the lady bosses.
Yeah, they always make good bosses, really. Hard, tough, and at the same time having a lot more empathy for their employees.
Yeah.
Asante Hene's wife apparently has joined Save a Child, Save a Mother fundraising campaign, and the event is going to take place on Sunday.
On Sunday at Menchia at 4:30. It will be broadcast live right here on Joy News. It will be live on Joy FM as well. It will be live on Love FM in Kumasi and Inshira FM and Facebook Live. And then on Monday, oh my God.
Are you going there yourself on Sunday?
No, I'm not, but we've got lots of colleagues in Kumasi who will be doing the transmission for us. And so, you know, we'll be just enjoying it on TV as well.
Wow. Stay glued to your sets then, Mama B. We have the next story, which is looking at Manchester United, the cost being 14. Who cares?
Oh, please,
Next one. They've won the cup. This is, I think this is old. Next one. This is old. Bank of Ghana challenge to compel banks to reduce lending rates. The Association of Ghana Industries is challenging the Bank of Ghana to compel banks to reduce their lending rates following the policy rate cut. Look, banks will tell you the risk, blah, 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 blah. Okay. And a former minister in the Mahama-led administration, Murtala Mohammed, says that he believes at least none of those appointees are keeping diplomatic passports. Those keeping them would have to definitely be members of parliament. Okay, so we go to City FM.
Yeah, before that, Jerry in Konongo says, I'd like to know why we're celebrating this day because I can't see any union among Africans. That's your thoughts right there, Jerry in Konongo. We appreciate you sending it through. This one says, good morning, Roland. And
good morning.
Congrats to Man United for qualifying to next season's Champions League through the back door. Happy.
Yeah, and I know you're a fan of Manchester United. Pharmacist, Salifu Combat. You work with the District Hospital Boku, as well as good morning to you, Dr. Sana. And I hope that you're having a good time.
Okay. Let me finish Stephen's message.
Okay.
Happy holiday to students and staff of Kayoro JHS inside Chiana. I'm Aye Gogi Stephen from Chiana. Message read. Thank you very much for sending it through. I've got lots of messages. Right. So one more before you go online. Okay. Okay, please do. Because somebody's calling the line.
You see, so we have fuel shortage not affecting patrols. We're talking about City FM Online, according to the police.
There was a report they put together yesterday that said that their vehicles have not been fueled for more than 2 weeks or so. And some of the officers are using their own money to fuel their vehicles. So this is a reaction to that story that they carried.
I see. Well, I work with the police many of the times, and sometimes the stories are not palatable. It's not as if that it's something we're witnessing recently. So.
Yeah, exactly. This issue keeps going and coming back.
Shake up in immigration service. 31 officers reassigned. It's a normal thing, right? That is the PRO for the Health Ministry will tell you, Mr. Robert Kujo, it's normal.
Yeah, it's normal. And I think they expect it. I mean, I have a friend at the immigration service who's also been, you know, reshuffled, if you like, transferred. And he was so cool about it. I mean, he said, listen, it's a new challenge. And so that's how I'm facing it.
Charlie, Vum Yazo.
Yeah. Good morning to you, Mr. Francis Pamdeti. I wish you well as you head to the central region.
Oh, he's been posted as the central region.
As well, yes. He has a bigger challenge now.
Mr. Francis Pamdeti, I wish you well. Headquarters to center. Our helicopters with Air Force not missing. That's the next story. Ghana Gas. And you know what the story about?
Yes. Yesterday they issued a statement.
They're not missing.
Yeah.
How can the helicopters be? I was wondering why. Anyway, the police patrols grind to a halt as fuel depot shuts down.
Okay. Apparently it's not affecting their patrols.
Yeah, apparently.
Shouldn't we be saying, like, testifying as citizens? Have you seen the police patrolling in your vicinity? We're trying to test.
I've seen the police constantly at the checkpoints in my area, but I don't know about the patrols. I haven't seen them in a while, actually. I haven't seen them for about 2 months now.
Okay.
I have a couple of them who are my friends.
Yeah? So let's pose the question.
They usually call me when they are in my neighborhood, when they are in my lane or something.
They haven't called you?
They haven't called me in 2 months. So I know that.
So let's try and maybe test a little and see. So there's a report that the police are having fuel issues, so they can't fill their tanks. Because of that, their patrols are being affected. The police obviously denying this. If you've spotted them, or if you know they usually are in your vicinity, but they are no longer visible, or even if they are, let us know. Hit us on WhatsApp or SMS.
Yes, and
that's fair, right? That's
more than fair.
Yeah.
More than fair. That's the distinction. Pregnant student nurses now free to sit for examinations. So we know it followed a thorough report by investigative journalist Manasseh Azore Awene. And this really has brought great relief to nursing students. And so, because sometimes, you know, the training colleges, teachers and nurses and the other ones, they treat them as if they're in secondary school. I think that we need to improve the way we treat them, especially at the training college level. All right, so we have the Africa page of the BBC. Africa highlight Nigeria military apparently allays coup fears, and South Africa serial killer catcher dies.
Well, Mugabe's daughter has been appointed to the country's censorship board, and people are angry.
It is normal.
Yeah.
They can't do anything about it. The money is...
I was just going to say that.
How old is he? 90-something?
Yeah.
But still, they don't want to do anything.
He'll be there forever.
Well, for the people in Tamale or the Bani-speaking people, I say Dasiba. And good morning to you.
Dasiba as well. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Dasiba.
And then afternoon...
We're not going.
Afternoon is Antony.
Today, no sports. We're not moving. It's a holiday. If you like, cut us off air.
Who is coming to do the sport?
I don't even know.
Benedict, which of the teams does he like? Arsenal, eh?
Let's read some of your messages.
He's an Arsenal fan, I'm sure.
Make
that
way
guy, the way
for
he
Benedict.
looks, he's an Arsenal fan.
He has a lot of patience there. This one says, still from Palmas, I'm in support of revoking all diplomatic passport from former administration. Here's another one, says, Essien Augustine, I want you to help me wish my dear wife Priscilla Ampofuwa Essiedu at Ampeyo Kumasi a happy birthday. This one says, well, it's more of a big ups. We thank you very much. Happy holiday. Salim inside Sakugo, thanks for that message. Here's another one that says, I love your show. Well, Livingston in Poga, we thank you. You're the reason we're here. This one says the Mawako case. Oh, where is it? The Mawako case is becoming something else. The man apologized for doing wrong. That means he's guilty. Are we sure the courts and the police are doing the right thing? Ghana. Kingsford, the case is still in court. So let's not, come to any conclusions on that. Let's leave the court to deal with it. A final one, and then we'll make way for Benedict. But we have lots of messages, so we'll definitely come back to it. Somebody says, Roland, you're welcome back. I've missed you for a while. Last week when we asked
where have you been?
Someone said she didn't know where you are.
You see,
this is not Kokonsa. It's true. You can ask someone. Please help me wish my brother from another mother, Solomon TTB in Talensi, a very happy birthday. That's
happy
from John
birthday
Ayangba.
To you, Solomon TTB inside Talensi.
Yeah, John Ayangba in Kadiga. Thank you for the Kokonsa. But he knows. I didn't know where you were. I don't know.
Yeah, kind of.
I just thought everybody I didn't know.
Yeah, formally she didn't know where I was. Sometimes things.
Okay, we appreciate all the messages that you're sending through. It's a holiday, so we're going to read all your messages when we come back. When Benedict, we don't want Benedict to come, but
it's Manchester, yo. They're in the Champions League without playing for the right spot in the league. This is cheating.
Okay, wait. Let me say so that it will pain you more. Congrats to Man U for winning the Europa Cup. Shame on our detractors. I hope Roland is happy too.
I'm not happy, but I love Mourinho. Mourinho used to coach Chelsea, so I've always loved the way he plays football. I don't mind about bit football. Yesterday he said, in football they talk about poets don't win trophies. Okay. So you can't play all the niceties in football and expect to be scoring goals and winning matches. And I think he's a realistic guy.
Okay, so here's the icing on the cake for us, and we are out. Benedict is on. United wrote Novdek. Oh!
Stop calling.
Yes. United wrote Novdek and have qualified for university. Case closed.
Shortcut.